Ed Miliband has been making another pitch to represent the middle classes today. In his first set-piece speech of the year, he pressed home his theme that the Tories are out of touch with real people. He also targeted the banks, which he said are too powerful and should be forced to give up significant numbers of branches. But is his message reaching voters in constituencies that will be key at the next election? Our social affairs editor, Jackie Long, has been to Watford to test the waters.
There you go, my lovely. £7.50, please.
What's politics got to do with the price of fish? Ed Miliband laid out some of his economic wares for voters today, and it's all about the prices people are paying, the pound in their pocket. At Watford Market, it's clear people aren't convinced any politician can feel their pain.
Forget it. Forget it.
They don't know.
They don't know. They won't do
One
any
of them
different
didn't
from
even know
anybody
the
else.
price of a pint of milk not long ago.
They don't know.
They're not real. They're just not real.
The Labour leader was doing his best to look real today, pint in hand on a visit to a brewery in East London. He will have needed a drink after the Chancellor stole his thunder yesterday, signalling Tory support for a rise in the minimum wage. That and rising employment and falling inflation has dented Labour's running on the cost of living. Today he challenged directly government claims that things are getting better for everyone.
Some people are saying things are okay now, and maybe they are for the wealthy, but not for my family, people say. It used to be that Britain worked for ordinary people. It just doesn't seem to anymore.
Ed Miliband has to convince voters in places like Watford that he can be trusted with the economy if he's to stand any chance of winning the next election. He's having to retune his cost of living message. Today he said the cost of living crisis was deeper and more desperate than the government was willing to acknowledge. That only he understood the pain ordinary people were still going through, and that only a Labour government could make Britain better for everyone. The critical question, though, for Ed Miliband is, does anyone believe him?
I've always voted Labour, but I haven't for the last couple of years, to be truthful.
Is there anything they're saying now that would encourage you back again?
I don't know. They'd have to be really convincing.
And at the moment?
I'm a bit like this.
Very slowly we are getting out of the mess we've been in for the past 5 years, 6 years in fact.
But yet your wife says that things are not improving in the pocket.
Each one feels differently.
You see, I think because I'm the one that pays the bills at home,
correct.
I do the administration. No, the bills are going up and the income has stayed the same.
You agree with Mr Miliband that things are not getting better for you personally, you're not feeling any better off, worse off, it's tougher. You're still not encouraged to vote for him?
No, no, no.
Transforming the role banks have on the high street is another key part of Labour's plans. Ed Miliband wants the country's 5 biggest banks to be forced to give up significant numbers of branches. The creation of 2 new challenger banks would, he says, improve competition and make banks work better for their customers.
Financial services is an important industry in itself. But think about the word service. For an industry that's supposed to be a service, it's been a pretty poor servant.
He called it a reckoning with the banks, no less. Government said it was merely reinventing the wheel. The real reckoning will be with the voters and whether they're convinced by Mr Miliband's plans.